Imagine in just 10 minutes, your entire perception of yourself could be completely transformed. What if, in the span of just a few moments, you could break free from the limitations that have held you back for years? What if you could tap into the power of your mind, your emotions, and your true potential in a way that you've never experienced before? Today, we're going to explore how you can make a shift that will change the way you see yourself forever. Self-awareness is the foundation of any meaningful transformation. It is the lens through which you begin to truly understand who you are, what drives you, and why you react the way you do. Most people go through life on autopilot, unconsciously following patterns that were shaped by their past experiences, societal expectations, and even their self-doubt. They often don't take the time to reflect on their internal world or the beliefs that influence their daily actions. But self-awareness is the first step in breaking free from these automatic patterns and gaining control over your life. Taking a deep look inside isn't always comfortable because it requires you to confront your innermost thoughts and feelings. This could involve facing things about yourself that you may not like or discovering aspects of your personality that you've hidden or ignored. It's not about perfection, but about understanding where you're starting from so you can change direction if necessary. By becoming more self-aware, you gain the power to make conscious choices instead of being driven by unconscious reactions. You start to see the bigger picture and realize that many of your decisions have been influenced by outside forces rather than your authentic self. The process of self-awareness begins with asking tough questions. Who are you really? What do you truly value? What do you believe about yourself? Most importantly, what stories have you been telling yourself about who you are and your potential? These stories shape your reality, often without you even realizing it. If you tell yourself that you're not good enough or that success is out of reach, those beliefs dictate your behavior. When you become aware of these limiting beliefs, you can challenge them and replace them with new, empowering narratives. It also means being present and noticing your emotional responses to different situations. What triggers you? What excites you? What drains your energy? Your emotions are powerful indicators of where you are on your personal journey. They provide insights into the deeper parts of your subconscious that may not always be visible on the surface. By observing your emotions without judgment, you can learn to understand them, use them to guide your actions, and reframe them when necessary. Self-awareness isn't just about recognizing your weaknesses. It's also about acknowledging your strengths. What do you excel at? What brings you joy? When you know your strengths, you can lean into them to create more success and fulfillment. Too often we focus on fixing our flaws instead of building on our natural abilities. Self-awareness allows you to celebrate your unique qualities and gifts rather than trying to fit into someone else's mold. As you begin to cultivate self-awareness, you will start to notice how your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. You'll begin to see patterns in your reactions to different situations and identify the beliefs that drive them. This awareness gives you the freedom to change course, to choose a different response, and to ultimately take control of the narrative of your life. When you're self-aware, you can start to make decisions that are in alignment with your true desires rather than acting out of fear or conformity. You become less reactive and more proactive. You begin to live with intention, choosing actions that lead you toward the life you want to create rather than letting life simply happen to you. The more self-aware you become, the more empowered you are to take charge of your destiny. Questioning your limits is a transformative practice that challenges the boundaries you've unconsciously set for yourself. Most of us grow up being told what we can and can't do. We're often conditioned by society, family, or past experiences to believe in certain limitations, whether they are related to our potential, our intelligence, or our capabilities. These perceived limits become a part of our identity over time, defining how we approach life, our goals, and our ability to take risks. However, when you take a step back and question these limits, you unlock the possibility of a life that goes beyond what you thought was possible. The first thing to understand is that many of the limits we impose on ourselves are self-created. They are often rooted in fear, past failures, or the stories we've been told. For instance, you might believe that you're not good at public speaking because of a bad experience years ago, or you might feel like success is out of your reach because you've always struggled with self-doubt. These beliefs, while powerful, are not truths. They are simply interpretations of events that may not define your future. By questioning the validity of these limits, you begin to realize that they are often more fragile than they appear. When you ask yourself, what if I had no limits? Something profound happens. You begin to explore the possibilities that have always been right in front of you, but have been clouded by doubt. You allow yourself to consider the idea that there's more to you than what you've experienced up until now. What if you could break through the barriers of your own expectations and achieve things you never thought possible? What if you could exceed the boundaries you've set, whether they are physical, mental, or emotional? This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating because it opens up new doors to opportunity and growth. It's also important to understand that questioning your limits is not about being reckless or unrealistic. It's about shifting your mindset. It's about recognizing that growth happens when you push beyond what feels comfortable and familiar. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you're breaking through the walls that have been built around you, and you're redefining what you're capable of. This doesn't mean jumping into something unprepared, but rather challenging yourself to take incremental steps that move you closer to your goals, even if they seem intimidating at first. Consider the many people who have defied the odds in history. Innovators, athletes, leaders, and ordinary individuals who made extraordinary breakthroughs have all done so by questioning the limits placed on them. They realized that their potential was far greater than what they had been led to believe. They pushed through fear, doubt, and resistance to reach new heights. And they did it by continuously questioning what was possible. They asked themselves the same question you can ask: what if there are no limits to what I can achieve? By questioning your limits, you also open the door to a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence are not fixed, but can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When you adopt this mindset, you start to see challenges as opportunities to expand your skills and knowledge. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, you view them as valuable lessons that contribute to your growth. This change in perspective not only helps you question your limits, but also empowers you to take action in the face of uncertainty and adversity. The simple act of questioning your limits creates space for a new narrative, one in which you are constantly evolving, learning, and breaking through the ceilings you once believed you couldn't surpass. It's a practice of growth and possibility, where the only real limit is the one you choose to accept. Reframing your past is one of the most powerful tools you can use to change how you view yourself and your future. The way you interpret your history has a profound impact on your self-image and how you approach new challenges. Many people live their lives anchored by the memories of their past mistakes, failures, and disappointments. And they often define themselves by the setbacks they've encountered, believing that these experiences dictate who they are today and limit what they can achieve moving forward. However, when you reframe your past, you begin to see those same experiences in a completely new light, allowing you to let go of their power and move forward with renewed strength and clarity. Reframing isn't about ignoring or denying the negative experiences you've had. It's about shifting your perspective so that you can learn from those experiences rather than being weighed down by them. When you look back on your past, instead of seeing failures or missed opportunities, try to see the lessons and the growth that came from those moments. Each challenge, no matter how painful, has contributed to your resilience, your wisdom, and your capacity to handle adversity. By reinterpreting your past in this way, you begin to see yourself not as someone who has been defeated by life, but as someone who has continuously overcome obstacles and grown stronger in the process. For example, consider a time in your life when you faced a significant setback. Perhaps you failed at something you really cared about or experienced a personal loss. In the moment, it might have seemed like a devastating blow, but when you look at it with the benefit of time and a different perspective, you may realize that the experience forced you to develop new skills, taught you valuable lessons about perseverance, or led you to new opportunities you would not have pursued otherwise. What you initially perceived as failure could actually have been a stepping stone toward growth and success. By reframing these experiences, you allow yourself to move forward without the burden of regret, guilt, or shame. One of the most empowering ways to reframe your past is to shift your focus from what went wrong to what went right. Instead of dwelling on the mistakes you made, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? What strengths did I uncover in myself during this time? By focusing on the positive aspects of your experiences, you begin to reclaim the power that you may have unconsciously given away. You start to see that everything you've gone through has helped shape the person you are today, and that person is capable of achieving far more than you might have believed. Another important element of reframing is letting go of the stories you've been telling yourself about your limitations. Many people hold on to the belief that their past defines them forever, that because they struggled with something in the past, they'll always struggle with it. This belief can hold you back from pursuing new opportunities or challenging yourself in new ways. Reframing allows you to rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. You can choose to see your past not as a series of failures, but as a series of lessons that have equipped you with the tools you need to succeed moving forward. In some cases, reframing your past might also involve forgiveness. whether it's forgiving yourself or others. Holding on to past grudges, guilt, or resentment only keeps you anchored in the past and prevents you from moving forward. When you choose to forgive, you release yourself from the emotional weight of past wrongs, freeing yourself to create a new narrative based on your growth and potential. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the wrongdoings, but rather choosing to release their hold over your future. Ultimately, reframing your past allows you to rewrite your personal narrative. You are not defined by your mistakes, your failures, or the difficult times you've endured. You are defined by your ability to rise above them, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones toward a brighter, more empowered future. The past is not a prison. It is a foundation upon which you can build the future you desire. Embracing the power of your choices is one of the most liberating and transformative steps you can take in reshaping how you see yourself and how you navigate life. The truth is that every moment of your life is shaped by the choices you make, whether big or small. We often feel as though life happens to us, that we are at the mercy of circumstances, or that our fate is determined by external forces. However, the reality is that you are always in control of the decisions you make, and those decisions are what ultimately shape your reality. The ability to choose gives you an incredible amount of power, but too many people don't fully realize this power, often defaulting to fear, comfort, or automatic reactions that limit their potential. When you consciously embrace the power of choice, you shift from a passive role in your life to an active one. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance and begin to realize that you have the ability to influence your own path. It starts with the realization that your life today is a result of the choices you've made in the past. The good news is that if you're not satisfied with where you are, you have the ability to make new choices. Choices that align with the life you want to create moving forward. This gives you the power to course correct at any moment. It's important to recognize that making choices isn't always easy, and it's often accompanied by fear or doubt. We may worry about making the wrong choice or fear the consequences of our decisions, but embracing the power of choice doesn't mean having all the answers or being certain of the outcome. It means accepting that you have the freedom to decide, and with each choice, you are taking ownership of your life. When you realize that there is no such thing as a perfect choice, you free yourself from paralyzing indecision and move toward taking action, even if that action involves uncertainty. Another key aspect of embracing the power of your choices is the understanding that every decision you make is an opportunity for growth. Even when a choice doesn't lead to the outcome you expected, it still provides valuable lessons and insights. The fear of failure can hold many people back from making bold decisions, but the truth is that failure is often the best teacher. When you embrace your choices, you accept that some will lead to mistakes. But each mistake is a stepping stone to greater wisdom and progress. Every time you make a choice, you gain experience that makes you more confident in your ability to choose wisely in the future. When you embrace your ability to choose, you also become more attuned to your values and desires. Often we make decisions based on what others expect of us or out of fear of disappointing someone. But when you take the reins of your choices, you start to make decisions based on what aligns with your true desires and what will bring you fulfillment rather than simply what's expected of you. You begin to realize that your choices are expressions of your values and who you are as a person. This alignment between your choices and your core beliefs leads to a more authentic and satisfying life. Embracing your choices also means stepping into your own power. You stop giving away your power to external factors like your job, your family, or your circumstances. Instead, you recognize that you have the ability to decide how you react to situations, how you approach challenges, and how you shape your future. And this sense of agency is incredibly empowering. You stop waiting for permission or for things to fall into place. You understand that your decisions drive your destiny. Every day presents a new opportunity to exercise your power of choice. Whether it's choosing to take a risk, choosing to forgive, choosing to pursue a new goal, or choosing to walk away from something that no longer serves you, each choice brings you closer to the person you want to be. The more you embrace the power of your choices, the more you realize that you are the creator of your life, and that realization is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. Unlocking and mastering your emotional energy can have a profound impact on your personal growth and ability to achieve your goals. Emotions are powerful, and they influence nearly every decision you make, how you interact with others, and how you experience the world around you. Too often, people feel like they are at the mercy of their emotions, reacting to circumstances, people, and events as they come. But the truth is, you have the ability to control your emotional state, and when you learn how to harness that power, you gain a tremendous advantage in shaping your life and success. Emotions are not just reactions to external events. They are signals from your internal world that provide valuable insight into what you value, how you interpret experiences, and what your desires are. For example, feelings of frustration can be a sign that you're not aligned with your goals or that you're working too hard without seeing progress. Feelings of excitement and joy indicate that you are in a state of alignment with your passions and purpose. The key to unlocking emotional energy is understanding the messages your emotions are sending you rather than letting them control you. When you gain this awareness, you can use emotions as tools to guide you toward positive outcomes rather than letting them derail your efforts. One of the most powerful tools for mastering emotional energy is the ability to shift your emotional state at will. This might sound like an impossible feat, but it's entirely within your control. Every emotion you experience is accompanied by specific physiological responses. Your body posture, your breathing patterns, and your facial expressions all change based on your emotional state. By consciously adjusting your physical state, you can influence your emotional state. For example, if you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, changing your posture by standing tall and taking deep, slow breaths can send signals to your brain that help you feel more calm and centered. By practicing this shift, you can regain control over your emotions rather than letting them control you. Another way to harness emotional energy is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotional states you can cultivate because it shifts your focus away from what's lacking in your life and brings your attention to what's abundant. When you practice gratitude, you shift your emotional energy from negative emotions like fear, stress, or frustration to positive emotions like appreciation, joy, and contentment. This shift in emotional focus doesn't just make you feel better, it also helps you become more resilient and resourceful. It opens up space for new opportunities and creative solutions to problems because your emotional state aligns with the energy of abundance rather than scarcity. Emotional energy is also tied to your level of motivation and perseverance. When you're emotionally invested in something, you are far more likely to take consistent action toward achieving it. Passion, excitement, and enthusiasm are powerful emotional drivers that push you to go the extra mile, to overcome obstacles, and to stay committed even when things get tough. Conversely, negative emotions like fear, shame, or guilt can act as roadblocks that prevent you from taking action or moving forward. By learning how to shift out of these negative emotional states and move into more empowering ones, you can maintain the energy and motivation you need to continue progressing toward your goals. Mastering emotional energy also means recognizing when to protect your energy from negativity. Not all emotions are helpful in every situation, and sometimes it's necessary to disconnect from negativity to preserve your emotional well-being. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, practicing mindfulness, and engaging in activities that recharge you can help you maintain your emotional balance. Additionally, learning how to set boundaries with people or situations that drain your energy allows you to conserve your emotional strength for the things that truly matter. Ultimately, when you unlock your emotional energy, you tap into a wellspring of power that can fuel every area of your life. You gain the ability to stay focused on your goals, manage stress more effectively, maintain your motivation, and approach challenges with a positive, proactive mindset. Emotions no longer become obstacles to your success. They become allies that help propel you forward. With emotional mastery, you become unstoppable, able to take on anything that comes your way with resilience and determination. Building an unstoppable mindset is essential for overcoming obstacles and achieving lasting success. So much of what we experience in life, whether positive or negative, is shaped by the way we think about it. An unstoppable mindset doesn't mean you will never face challenges or setbacks. Rather, it means that you have developed the resilience and determination to keep going no matter what happens. It is about cultivating the mental fortitude that allows you to persist in the face of adversity and continually push forward regardless of obstacles. At the core of an unstoppable mindset is the belief in your own ability to overcome difficulties. This belief is what drives you to keep going even when things feel impossible. When you develop this belief, you stop seeing challenges as insurmountable walls and start seeing them as opportunities for growth and learning. You no longer allow setbacks to define you or make you feel helpless. Instead, you choose to approach challenges with the mindset of a problem solver, focusing on what you can control and taking action to move forward. An unstoppable mindset is also about embracing a growth mindset, which is the belief that your abilities and intelligence are not fixed, but can be developed through hard work, learning, and persistence. When you adopt this mindset, you stop viewing failure as a reflection of your worth or abilities. Instead, you understand that failure is simply a part of the process, an essential step in learning and growth. Each failure provides valuable feedback that guides you closer to success. With this perspective, you become more willing to take risks, try new things, and step outside your comfort zone because you understand that the only way to truly grow is to keep challenging yourself. Another key aspect of an unstoppable mindset is the ability to remain focused on your goals. Life is full of distractions, and it's easy to get sidetracked or lose motivation when things don't go as planned. However, when you cultivate an unstoppable mindset, you learn how to stay laser focused on your vision, even when external circumstances try to pull you in different directions. You develop the ability to block out negative influences, procrastination, and self-doubt, and instead stay committed to the bigger picture. The key to this is remembering why you started in the first place. The purpose behind your goals. When you connect with that deeper motivation, it becomes much easier to maintain focus and keep pushing forward. Resilience is another essential trait of an unstoppable mindset. Life will inevitably throw challenges your way, whether it's failure, rejection, or unexpected obstacles, but instead of allowing these events to derail you, you learn how to bounce back, adapt, and keep moving forward. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or pretending that things aren't tough. It means acknowledging your feelings, processing them, and then finding the strength to rise again. The more resilient you become, the more you begin to see difficulties as temporary and manageable rather than as permanent roadblocks. You start to realize that no matter how difficult a situation may seem, you have the inner strength to handle it and the capacity to come out stronger on the other side. The most important thing about building an unstoppable mindset is developing a sense of self-belief. When you trust in yourself and your abilities, nothing can shake your confidence. You begin to understand that you are capable of far more than you realize. This self-belief gives you the courage to take action, even when uncertainty looms or fear tries to hold you back. It allows you to step into your own power and make decisions with conviction, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. An unstoppable mindset is also fueled by an unwavering commitment to personal growth and development. You recognize that growth is a lifelong journey, and you continually seek opportunities to learn, improve, and evolve. This commitment to growth makes you more adaptable, more open to new experiences, and more capable of overcoming whatever challenges arise in your path. It means that you are never satisfied with staying where you are. You are always striving to become the best version of yourself. With an unstoppable mindset, you are no longer held back by fear, doubt, or circumstances. You are propelled forward by your inner drive, your resilience, and your unwavering belief in your ability to succeed. No matter how many obstacles you encounter, you keep pushing forward because you know that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. This mindset is the foundation for lasting success, and once you cultivate it, you become unstoppable in every area of your life. The ability to take massive action is one of the key components of transforming your life and achieving your goals. It's easy to get caught up in planning, thinking, and imagining what you want to achieve. But the real change happens when you take consistent, determined action toward your desired outcomes. The difference between people who succeed and those who don't is not necessarily talent, luck, or intelligence. It's his ability to take action and keep moving forward regardless of obstacles, fear, or uncertainty. Taking massive action means going beyond small incremental steps. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and making bold moves that accelerate your progress. This approach requires you to commit to doing whatever it takes. Even when it feels difficult or uncomfortable, you stop waiting for the perfect time or for everything to be aligned, and you start acting with the conviction that every step forward, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goal. The power of massive action lies in its ability to break inertia. Often people struggle with getting started because they overthink, get overwhelmed by the enormity of their goals, or wait for the right moment. But the truth is, the right moment never comes if you don't create it yourself. By taking massive action, you shift your energy from thinking about what you want to doing something about it. The momentum you create by taking action leads to further action, and the more you do, the more progress you make. Even if you don't have all the answers at first, taking action reveals insights and opportunities that would have remained hidden if you stayed stuck in planning mode. One of the most important aspects of massive action is persistence. When you act on your goals, you will inevitably face setbacks, challenges, and disappointments. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned, but this is where the power of persistence comes into play. Taking massive action doesn't mean you'll get immediate results, but it does mean you are constantly moving forward, adjusting your approach as needed, and refusing to give up. The key is to keep moving regardless of temporary failures and to trust that each action you take brings you closer to your destination. The act of taking massive action also builds confidence and reduces fear. Often, fear arises from uncertainty or the belief that we're not capable of achieving our goals. However, when you take action, you begin to prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges and making progress. With every step you take, you build momentum, and the fear that once held you back gradually loses its grip. You start to realize that the act of doing is far less daunting than the endless cycle of overthinking and hesitation. In fact, massive action often shows you that the risks you thought were too big are not as scary as they seemed, and that you can learn to manage uncertainty along the way. Taking massive action also requires a mindset shift from thinking to doing. Many people waste time in the realm of thought, analyzing and reanalyzing every potential outcome, waiting for certainty. However, certainty will never come before action. It is the result of doing the work. By shifting your focus from perfecting your plans to acting on them, you learn that progress is made through experimentation, learning, and adapting as you go. Action creates feedback, and feedback helps you adjust your course toward greater success. This process not only moves you forward faster, but it also provides the clarity and understanding that you wouldn't have gained by remaining passive. Additionally, massive action often leads to surprising results. The more you engage with your goals, the more opportunities arise, some of which you may never have anticipated. Sometimes, taking action in one area of your life opens doors to new opportunities that you never could have predicted, leading you to unexpected success. This makes massive action not just a means to achieve a goal, but a pathway to personal growth, new experiences, and the discovery of new possibilities that you would never have encountered if you stayed stagnant. Ultimately, taking massive action is about embracing the journey, the process of continuous growth, and the willingness to face discomfort in order to achieve your dreams. It means having the courage to act when others might wait, and it means refusing to let fear or doubt hold you back from creating the life you truly desire. The more action you take, the closer you get to becoming the person you envision yourself to be, and the more you realize that the life you want is not just a possibility, it's something you create through decisive and determined action. The concept of becoming the person you need to be in order to achieve your goals is a powerful and transformative idea. So often, people focus solely on the results they want to achieve, whether it's reaching a financial milestone, acquiring a certain position, or achieving personal success. While these are important objectives, the process of becoming the person who is capable of attaining these goals is what truly leads to lasting transformation and fulfillment. This shift in perspective allows you to understand that success is not just about what you accomplish, but also about who you become in the process. In order to achieve any significant goal, you must first embody the qualities and mindset of the person who has already achieved that goal. Success is not simply the product of external circumstances. It is deeply rooted in the internal development of your character, mindset, and abilities. When you start focusing on becoming the person you need to be, you begin to cultivate the traits and habits that align with your vision for success. For example, if you want to build a successful business, you must first develop the mindset of a successful entrepreneur. This might mean adopting qualities like discipline, resilience, leadership, and strategic thinking. It might also require you to let go of limiting beliefs or fears that have held you back in the past. One of the most critical steps in becoming the person who can achieve your goals is aligning your daily habits and actions with the version of yourself you want to become. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that change is a distant future event, but the truth is, the person you need to be is created in the small, everyday actions you take. If you want to be a confident speaker, for example, you don't just wait until you've gained enough experience to speak confidently. You start practicing speaking, developing your voice, and embracing opportunities to improve, even if they're uncomfortable. Similarly, if you want to become financially successful, you must start adopting the habits of financial discipline today, such as budgeting, saving, and investing wisely, rather than waiting until you're already wealthy to begin acting that way. Becoming the person you need to be also involves embracing a growth mindset and constantly striving for improvement. It means that instead of viewing challenges or setbacks as roadblocks, you see them as opportunities for growth and learning. This mindset shift is crucial because it allows you to develop resilience and persistence. When you're focused on becoming the person you need to be, you no longer fear failure or mistakes because you understand that each experience is simply a step toward becoming better. As you embrace this mindset, you stop seeking perfection and instead focus on consistent progress, knowing that every day you are one step closer to becoming the person capable of achieving your dreams. In addition, becoming the person you need to be requires a deep level of self-awareness and honesty. You must be willing to look at yourself, your behaviors, your strengths, and your weaknesses with a clear, objective perspective. This process of self-reflection helps you identify areas for growth and gives you the insight needed to make meaningful changes. It may mean confronting uncomfortable truths about your own limitations, but it's through this process of facing reality that you are able to evolve and grow. By being brutally honest with yourself about where you currently are and where you need to improve, you give yourself the permission to let go of old, unhelpful patterns and make space for the new behaviors that align with the person you want to become. Part of becoming the person you need to be is also understanding that this transformation is an ongoing journey. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that there is a final version of yourself that you must reach in order to be successful. However, personal growth is a lifelong process. The person you need to be today might look different from the person you need to be tomorrow, because as you achieve one goal, you will likely set a new one that requires you to evolve even further. Embracing this dynamic process of growth allows you to continuously challenge yourself, expand your capabilities, and reach higher levels of success. Ultimately, the journey of becoming the person you need to be is one of the most rewarding aspects of achieving any goal. It's a process that teaches you more about yourself than any outcome ever could. As you evolve into the person who's capable of achieving your dreams, you not only make progress toward your external goals, but you also cultivate internal strength, confidence, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Success in this context becomes not just about what you achieve, but about the person you become in the pursuit of your dreams. As we come to the close of this journey together, I want you to realize that the next 10 minutes, just as powerful as any moment that has come before, hold the potential to change how you see yourself forever. You now have the tools to begin taking massive action, to build the mindset and emotional strength that will carry you through the challenges, and to become the person you need to be in order to achieve your greatest aspirations. The journey ahead is not about perfection. It's about persistence, growth, and embracing every step as an opportunity to evolve. Remember, you have the power within you to shape your future. It's not the circumstances, the external world, or anyone else that will define your success. It's you. You have the power to choose, to take action, to control your emotions, and to build the unshakable belief in yourself that will carry you through any obstacle. So take this moment. Embrace the possibility of what you can achieve. Look at yourself differently, not as the person you were yesterday, but as the person you are becoming today. The person who has the power to create, to overcome, and to thrive. The life you desire is within your reach, but it all begins with one simple but profound step: believing that you can. Now go out there, take action, and become the person who lives the life they've always dreamed of. You've got this.